Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make this 3D sun. I am going to crochet it with rubber bands, and I'm going to use 300 yellow, 3 black, 14 of the red for the cheeks. You can pick the colors that you would like to use. I'm going to use 6 C-clips, some stuffing to stuff the sun, and I'm going to use the bottom portion of my loom just to do the magic circle. So I'm going to get started. For round 1, I'm going to show you first how to make this circle, and this is the center of the face. I'm going to show you to do one, and then you're going to pause the video to complete a second one. So to start it off, we're going to do the magic circle, which is at the center, and it's going to be 6 single stitches. I'm going to use Loom Designs technique and use the bottom part of our loom. So just take your loom and turn it upside down. We're going to use 7 rubber bands. So take 1, and you're going to wrap it around one peg 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now with your hook, you're going to reach inside, grab a single rubber band, and as if you're doing a slip knot, you're going to bring it through, grab both ends, take one band that's furthest from the end, and bring it over. Bring it to the side. We're going for our second single stitch with another rubber band. You're going to have 3 loops now. You're going to bring 2 over. Bring it to the side. Go back in. Third rubber band. Grab the end and grab the 2 bands and bring it over. Bring it to the side. We're going for our 4th stitch. Bring it through and bring the 2 bands over. Bring it to the side. Our 5th, bring it through and bring the 2 bands over. Our last stitch, our 6th single, bring it over. You're going to attach a C-clip to the band that's around your hook. Remove off the loom, and you're going to have 6 stitches. So you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the band that's around your hook is your 6th. For round 2, we are going to use 12 rubber bands. So at the end of our round, we are going to have 12 stitches. We are going to increase on every single stitch. So that means we're going to add 2 rubber bands, one at a time, inside each stitch. So you're going to go through, grab 1 rubber band, bring it through, grab the end. So you have 3 loops, turn your hook slightly and bring it through the 2 bands. We're going to go through that same stitch with our next rubber band. So you have 2 stitches in that one chain. Go through the next stitch, grab your single rubber band and bring it through. We're going to go through that same stitch with a second rubber band, and you're going to complete this pattern all the way around. Our next stitch. Go through the same stitch and add a next rubber band. Same stitch. If at any point in time that I'm going too fast, just pause the video, complete the pattern, and then come back. I'm where the C-clip is, so I'm going to go through that chain and add 2 rubber bands, one at a time. So to count the stitches, 1 right below the C-clip, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the one on my hook is 12. Remove the C-clip and attach it to the band that's around your hook. For round 3, what we're going to do is add 2 stitches in every second chain. So we will complete the round with 18 stitches. So you'll need 18 rubber bands, and the pattern is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around. Where your C-clip is, you'll be ending with 1 rubber band. So in the first stitch, you're going to add 2 rubber bands, one at a time. 1, in the same stitch, 2. Next stitch is 1 rubber band. In the next stitch, you're going to add 2. Go back in the same stitch, add your second band. Next stitch is 1. Then 2 bands. One. Two. One. Two. One. Two. And then 1. Where your C-clip is, you're just adding 1 rubber band. So now you should have 18 stitches. So not counting where your C-clip is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the one on your hook is 18. Remove the C-clip and attach it to the band that's around your hook. And you can just move the bands around so that they're evenly spread. For round 4, we are going to increase every second chain. So we are going to use 27 bands. This is 18 rows, so I have 10 plus 8 is 18. That's how many chains we have. So we are going to start off with 1 single band in the first chain, then 2, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way around. Where your C-clip is, you're going to end up with 2 rubber bands in that chain. So starting off, 1, 2, then 2 rubber bands in the next chain, 1 and then 2 in the same chain, 1, then 2. Sorry, bringing it back through, going through that same chain to add my second rubber band, then 1, 2, 1, 2 in the next chain, 1, and then 2. Complete the pattern all the way around. At the end, you'll have 27 chains. Where my C-clip is, I'm going to add 2 rubber bands. To count the stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. The one on my hook is 27. Remove the C-clip and attach it to the band that's around your hook. For our 5th round, our last round of the circle, we are going to use 30 rubber bands. We are going to increase every 9th stitch. So here's 10, 20, groups of 10, and then 7. 27 rows, because that's how many stitches we have. So for the first one, you're just going to add single and counting 1, 2. So when you get to the 9th, you're going to add 2 rubber bands, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. You're going to add 2, one at a time. 1, go through the same stitch, add another rubber band, and then count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and then our 9th, add 2 rubber bands. 1, same stitch, 2. Now you're going to complete this pattern. You have 9 more stitches. So single, 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 and then when you reach where your C-clip is, you'll be adding 2 rubber bands. And my last stitch is my 9th stitch again, and adding 2. So you should have 30 stitches going around. You can start counting, just don't count where your C-clip is. Start 1, 2, 3, and count all the way around, counting the band on your hook, and then after you finish counting, remove your C-clip and attach it to the band around your hook. You're going to pause the video and make yourself another. Now we're going to make the cheeks. This is optional if you'd like to add on. I'm going to do 2 with you because it's quite small. And what I'm going to do is create a magic circle with 5 stitches. Our last band is we're going to be doing a slip knot. So take 1 rubber band of the color of your choice, use the bottom part of your loom and wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to use 5 stitches, 1 at a time. Go in with your first, as if you're doing a slip knot, grab both ends and bring it over. 1 stitch. Our second stitch, bring the 2 bands over, bring it to the side. 3. Bring it over. 4. Bring it over. Our 5th stitch. You can remove off the loom, fix it up so it's nice and even, just moving the bands around. And we're going to do a slip knot with our last rubber band. So what you're going to do is go through the first stitch with your hook, grab the band, and you're going to keep it on your finger. Bring it through. Now bring it through the band that's on your hook and grab the band off your finger, and slide it through. Now turn it around, and right below your slip knot, you're going to see this band. It's going sideways. You're going to put your hook through, I hope you can see, and grab that band and bring it through. And put it back upside down. We're going to make another. So our magic circle, we're going to start off with a rubber band wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do 5 single stitches. Bring it to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, And now 5. Remove off the loom. Fix it up so it's nice and even. You'll have 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 on your hook is 5. To do a slip knot, you're going to go through the first stitch, grab a single rubber band, keep it on your finger, slide it through the chain, then slide it through the band that's on your hook. Grab the band that's on your finger, the other end, and bring it through. Turn it around, and we're just going to bring the slip knot through this little band that's going sideways. So bring your hook through and bring the band through. Now we're going to do the face, and I'm going to use 3 black rubber bands and 3 C-clips. I'm going to take one of the halves and I'm going to fold it in half with the C-clip end at the top. You're going to see our magic circle is right in the center. So this is just to show you where the middle is so we know how to place the mouth. I'm going to start off with the mouth. So I'm going to, here's the center, so we'll act as if this is the nose. I'm going to go through 2 holes, 1 and 2. So I'm just going to reach at the bottom. So you're going to have to determine a good placement for your mouth and eyes. Just going to let go, and I'm just going to bring it over. So going through the bottom, bringing the other end through. And that looks like a good place for me. So I'm just going to turn it to the back and grab both ends and attach a C-clip. I find doing the mouth first, then the eyes after is just a little bit easier. Now for the eyes, I'm going to act as if this is the center. So I'm going to use these 2 holes. I'm just going to go through and grab the band and bring it through. And I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to attach a C-clip. Now you could do a slip knot with the rubber bands if you don't have enough C-clips. So there's one eye. And I'm just going to attach the other eye. So here's the center. I'm going to go through 1 and 2. And just make sure that the placement's okay. If you don't really like the placement, you can just remove the C-clips and do it again. Now we're going to add the cheeks. So I'm going to use 2 single rubber bands, one for either side, one for each side, just to do a slip knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the cheeks right in the hole right beside the mouth. So you can attach it wherever you would like. So I'm just going to go through the back and out the same hole. I'm going to grab the band, sorry, the cheek, but I'm going to have this as the top of the cheek. So you'll see that these little bands that are making a nice little pattern that are not on this side. So these ones right here. That's going to be the top part of my cheek. So I'm just going to go through the hole right beside the mouth and grab the slip knot and bring it through. Now I'm going to go through finding a nice little hole here. So I'm just going to go through the one right in the center of the cheek, and I'm just going to grab with my hook one of these little rubber bands, just any one. And I'm just going to bring it right through. And grab the slip knot and bring it through. Now I'm going to go through this band that's at the back and grab a single rubber band, and we're going to do a slip knot. So grab the end and bring it through, grab the end and do a little knot. To hide this a little bit more, so it's not going to be showing through the face, I'm just going to wrap it through a couple of times. Going through the same hole, bringing it through. Now for the other cheek, I'm going to do the same thing through the back, beside the mouth, and I'm going to grab, making sure that the little bands are on the top, bring this slip knot band through, making sure it's placed right. I'm going to go through the hole in the center and grab one of these bands and just bring it through. I'm going to bring the slip knot through. I grabbed the slip knot, sorry. So, sorry, go again. Grab one of the bands, grab the slip knot, and bring it through. Now you're going to go through that band at the back, grab a single, so you can attach this any which way you'd like, and grabbing both ends and doing a slip knot. I'm just going to go through the band here just to hide the band a bit, bringing the slip knot through. Going through again. And there we go. So now we're going to attach the face, so we're going to sew it along the side. So we're going to be doing a single stitch, adding one rubber band to each chain. So we will be attaching the front to the back. You want to make sure that they're going in the same direction. So if you pull where the C-clips are, you'll see that these are even. I do this the wrong way. It doesn't, the chains aren't the same. So with your hook, just so you know, you're going to use 30 rubber bands on this round. You're going to slide your hook through the bands that have the C-clip on it. I'm going to do a single stitch on every stitch, so adding one rubber band. If you give it a tug, you don't want to start at the chains that is being pulled. You're going to start right here. So you're going to go through the front chain and then through the back chain. Taking one rubber band, you're going to slide it through, put the other end on your hook, and then slide it through the 3 chains. You could remove your C-clips here if you'd like. I'm just going to leave them for now. You're going to go through the next chain, through the front, then through the back. And next rubber band, bring it through, put on your hook, and slide through. Next chain, front and the back, rubber band, bring through, hook, and side through. You're going to do this all the way around. We're just going to leave a bit of an opening to add the stuffing. Bring it through. Just continue this pattern. I'm just going to stop here and add the stuffing. So I'm just going to attach a C-clip to the band that's around my hook, just so I don't lose it. And you're going to attach some stuffing. Slide it in. Make sure you don't overstuff so that the stuffing comes out through the bands. And you're going to continue. So I'm going to put this band back on. I'm going to remove the C-clip and continue. Making sure to start at the stitch above, not where it's getting pulled. At the last stitch where your C-clip is, we're going to do a slip knot. So just hang on for a second. If you've paused the video and you've reached the end, and you go through where the the C-clips are, you're finished. So your last stitch to do. If you have already done it and you're at the end with a single stitch, you can just take it off. So just remove, open it up, and then we're going to do a slip knot. So I'll show you in 1 second. If you're at the end, we're going to do the slip knot. So go through the front and the back, bring it through, and you're going to bring it through again. So where I left off before was like this. You're just going to put it back on your hook, your finger here, hold it, bring it through your last stitch here, grab both ends, and do a slip knot. This will all get fixed up at the end. I'm just trying to make it even. And I'm just going to hide this slip knot. So I'm just going to turn it around. going through the back and just bringing it through. Now round 1 of the points for the sun. I'm going to show you how to do 1, and then you're going to pause the video to make 5 more, so you have a total of 6. I'm going to start off with our magic circle, and I'm going to take a single rubber band and wrap it around the bottom part of my loom, so turn your loom upside down. Go around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to add 4 single stitches to our magic circle. So with your hook, reach in, grab a single rubber band, bring it through as if you're doing a slip knot, grab the end and bring it over. Bring it to the side. Our second single stitch, bring it through. Bring the 2 bands over and bring it to the side. Our third stitch, bring the 2 bands over, bring it to the side, and our last, our fourth. You're going to attach a C-clip to the band that's around your hook and remove off the loom. Now just move the bands around so it's nice and even, and you should have 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and the one on your hook is your 4th. For round 2 of our points, we have 4 stitches, so I have 4 sections. We need to increase every second stitch, so we're going to add a second rubber band on every other stitch. So our first stitch, we're going to have 1, then 2, then 1, and then 2. So go in your first stitch, put a single rubber band. On our second stitch, you're going to add 2. Go back in the same stitch, add that second. On our next stitch, we're going to add 1. And then on our last stitch, we're going to add 2. So where your C-clip is. So now you should have 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the one on your hook is 6. Remove the C-clip and attach it to the band around your hook. Round 3 of the points, we are going to increase every second stitch. So on your first, you'll have 1 band, then 2 bands, then 1, 2, 1, and you'll end with 2. So your first stitch, put 1, then 2 stitches in this 1 chain, 2 bands, then 1, then 2. Then 1, and then 2. So you should have a total of 9 stitches going around. So starting beside your C-clip, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the one on your hook is 9. You can just kind of stretch this out a little bit, remove the C-clip, and attach it to the band around your hook. For round 4 of the points, we are going to increase every third stitch. On our last stitch, where our C-clip is, we're going to have 2 rubber bands. So you're going to go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So putting 1 rubber band in the first, oops, 1 rubber band in the second, and now on the third stitch, you want to add 2 rubber bands one at a time. You're going to start counting again, 1 with 1 rubber band. Our second stitch will have 2, oh sorry, 1, 1, 1, 1. Our third stitch, we're going to add 2 rubber bands. Put another. Then you're going to start counting again. 1. Our second stitch will have 1. And the third stitch, our last stitch with the C-clip, will have 2 rubber bands. You can just move it around. You should have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the one on your hook is 12. Remove the C-clip and attach it to the band around your hook. Round 5 of our points. This is our last round, and what we're going to do is single stitch in each stitch. So that means adding 1 rubber band in every stitch. So you'll finish with 12 stitches. So I have 12 rubber bands, 10 and 2. So just going in the first one. On your last stitch, when you finish, you're going to be doing a slip knot. I won't be using the C-clip. So in the first, add 1. Going on to the second, add 1. And continue all the way around, putting 1 rubber band in each stitch. Remember, on the last stitch where your C-clip is, you're going to do a slip knot. So I'm at the last stitch. Go in, grab that band, bring it through the band that's on your hook, grab the end, and pull it off. I'm going to remove the C-clip. And I'm going to turn the cone inside out. Move the bands around. And I'm going to use a little bit of stuffing and just push it in. So pause the video and make 5 more. So now we're going to sew our points onto the edge of the sun. And what you're going to do first is you're going to put the slip knot to the side and squash them down. You're going to do that to every one. And now I'm going to start right here at the stitch. Right at the top is where your slip knot is. So I'm just going right over. I'm going to take one of the points, make sure all the stuffing is in, putting it towards the bottom. I'm going to grab this stitch here. So I want a stitch that's going sideways. I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to grab the stitch on the face, and I'm going to grab the stitch on the back. I'm going to skip one stitch, the one that we had right at the tip, and I'm going to go for the stitch at the back. Now grabbing a single rubber band, you're going to keep it on your finger and pull through to the front. And I grabbed too many bands, so I'm just going to do it again. I pulled through too many bands. So you should have one end on your finger and one end on your hook. You're going to go through the stitch right beside it on the point, then you're going to go on the stitch on the face, and then the next stitch on the back of your point. Grab the band and bring it through, and you're going to slide through. So we're going to do a single stitch on every stitch. So go for your next stitch on the point, your next stitch on the face, and your next stitch on the back. You're going to see this stitch going sideways was my original stitch of sewing here, so I know to go in the next. Grab a band and bring it through. You're going to slide. Go for the next stitch on the point, the next stitch on the face, and the next stitch on the back of the point. Grab the band and bring it through and slide. Now we have one more stitch to go through, so I'm going to go through the front here, and it's the stitch right beside the slip knot. I'm going to go through the face, the next stitch, and the next stitch on the back. Grab the band and bring it through and slide. So you're going to see an empty stitch right here. That's just where your slip knot is. I'm eventually going to start to hide the slip knot in as I'm sewing them up, or you can just hide them after you're done. You're going to slowly let go of this stitch, and you're going to try not to pull so you don't lose the stitch. If you're not comfortable, you can add a C-clip to that stitch so you won't lose it, but it should be just fine. You're going to go for your next point, and you're going to make sure that you have a stitch going sideways. You're going to go for the stitch right below, putting two of the bands on your hook. You're going to go through the stitch on the face, making sure that band's still there, and you're going to basically skip that stitch that went sideways. So we just skipped a stitch, so we went for the next stitch on the back, grab the band and bring it through, and you're going to slide. Next stitch, face, back. Grab the band and bring it through, slide. Next stitch, face, back, grab the stitch, bring it through, slide. Next stitch, the back, band and bring it through, slide. One more stitch on the face and in the back. Grab the band and bring it through and slide. So grabbing a point, again making sure that you have a band going sideways. I'm going to go for the first, face, skipping a stitch, grabbing a band and bringing it through, slide. Next stitch, face, back, the band and bringing it through, slide. Point, face, next stitch, bring it through, slide. Next stitch, face, the back, grab the band and bringing it through, slide. Next stitch, the back, and bringing it through. Again, we're going to release. Make sure that your band is there. We're going to grab our next point, and I'm going to make sure I'm grabbing the right stitch. So we just want a stitch right at the tip here, left, go through the face, through the back, grab a band and bring, sorry, your band is here, sorry, and bringing it through, slide. Next, slide. Next stitch, the face, the back. My band just slid. So I'm just going to put it back so you can see. And I'm just going to slide through. The next stitch, trying to hide that slip knot, through the face, and through the last stitch at the back. Grab the band and bringing it through, slide. Going for our next one. Going through the face, skipping a stitch, grabbing a band and bringing it through. Face, the back, and sliding through. I'm grabbing too many bands. And give me a second, I dropped my band. And slide. Next stitch, I'm going to try to hide my slip knot, face, and my stitch, and bringing it through. Let go. Our last point. Skipping a stitch, grabbing your band, and going through. Slide. Next, face, grabbing the band and bringing it through. Slide. Next stitch, This is where your slip knot was. Just make sure you grab 2 bands only on the face. Our next one. Slide. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on. Going to grab the stitch, the next one, and I'm going to go through the same stitch that we started. Making sure that you're only grabbing 2, grabbing your last stitch on the back, grabbing your band, and bringing it through. And I grabbed too many bands. I'm just going to slide through. And now I'm going to take this, I'm going to let go, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to go through one of these stitches here, grab the band and just bring it to the back. And now you can take a C-clip and hide this, or you can just take another rubber band and do a slip knot. So I'm just going to take one of these rubber bands here. I'm going to take that end and run a band through and just do a little slip knot. And then I can just hide this. Any of the slip knots that you didn't catch, you can just hide that as well. And it's done. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below. I have a lot more designs to load, and I will see you next time with another. Bye for now.